This is a WGEM News special report.
Good afternoon and welcome to a special Facebook Live. We're just moments away from complete totality of the solar eclipse here in the tri-state.
Are you stoked? You look like you're
look at this behind us. It looks like it's, what, 5, 6 o'clock at night?
So, right. So here downtown Quincy, Washington Square, over our shoulder. And exactly, we noticed that it started looking like 5 o'clock at night here, just literally within last couple of minutes. In fact, WGM's David Beidel is live on the riverfront for us, Clat Adams Park, where there's a big celebration that's getting underway there.
David, let's hear from you. What's going on down there?
Well, Natalie and Jean, I'm down here at Clat Adams Park where hundreds of people are here. There's a live band that just stopped playing behind me as everyone's getting ready for complete totality here in just a few minutes. They got their glasses out. People from Chicago area have come down. The Amtrak came through. A shuttle brought them down. I'll swing around and show you the amount of people that are here. Local restaurants have tents out having food here, and also with the Quincy Arts Center having crafts for kids and adults as well, all solar eclipse related. And we're going to talk to a few people over here if I come around. How you doing today?
How you doing?
What's your name?
My name's Tim Altman.
Very good. What do you think of today, the celebration down here?
It's pretty cool. Actually, I'm surprised that there's so many people down here, and it's been really neat. We took our kids out to come down and experience it, and it's been great. So.
Awesome. Have you looked up at the sun? What have you saw through the glasses?
Well, we had glasses actually provided from the medical group and WGEM, and so I watched it earlier today and got to see it start and just kind of checked in and watched it progressively disappear, and now it's pretty much gone. It's hard to see now, but I'm assuming in a few minutes we'll be able to see a little bit more, so it's been great.
Very good. How special has it been? You say you brought family and friends down here. How special has it been for you to experience history like this with them as well?
It's really been, I think that's why we did it, is that it was something that's, it's not going to happen for us anytime soon, and we wanted to just be together and experience it. It's an experience, and it's just something that we'll look back on and remember, and all of us. And so it won't happen in this area for quite a few years, so it'll be a fun thing. So it's a great thing for our kids to witness and see. So it's been great.
Very good. Tim, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy it. And I've talked to several people as well around from, like I said, the Chicago area. We'll have all that coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Natalie and Jean, back to you.
Wow, so exciting. It is packed down there. A lot of people down there.
By the way, 2024 is the next time that there will be an eclipse here in this country. So enjoy this.
Yeah, take a look at this. This is the view from Beatrice, Nebraska, and you could see there kind of a partial, almost looks like half of that total eclipse. By the way, our peak
look
time.
Look at that changing as we're talking here.
So they have they have already reached totality.
Yes.
It's passing through. That's exactly part of the change that you were just noticing there. Our peak time, by the way, about 7 minutes from now.
Yeah, about 1:14 is when we will see our peak time. The whole thing will last until about 2:40 this afternoon. But as you can see there, that happened really quickly in that live look.
All right, we will be seeing this in Quincy now in its totality 6 minutes from now. We want to get to our Storm Track weather team. Mike Cole, our chief meteorologist, standing by at Madison School in Quincy. What's it like where you are?
Hey, you know what? It's getting very exciting over here, Jean and Natalie. We've got ourselves a wonderful afternoon out here. The clouds have pushed in, so it's starting to be a little tough to be able to see anything through our special glasses. However, earlier I saw about 3/4 of the moon in front of the sun. Very cool. It's cooled off a little bit here. That's also cool because the sun has gone behind the moon for the most part. Like you said, we're about 6 minutes away. I've got the rest of the team here. Let's bring in meteorologist Kevin Shive and Chelsea Smith as well. My meteorologist cohorts, what are you thinking right now? Is this fun or what?
It is pretty fun. I wish we could see it. It was a little better earlier when you could actually see it. But yeah, it cooled off a little bit. It was hot, so we were kind of ready to get rid of the sun.
It's still muggy out here. And we were also, let's take a look at some of the kids out here as well as we go to talk to Chelsea Smith as well. Chelsea, what do you think about this big event?
I think it's awesome, and I know that I was talking with some of the kids earlier, and they're super excited to see the solar eclipse, and I talked to some of the teachers, and they just think this is awesome that kids get to experience it.
That's right. And the last one, I believe, was in 1979. The next one will be 2024, I believe. But the kids are out here. You know what? A lot of them have their glasses on. But when you look up now with the glasses on, guys, the deal is this. You really can't make out too much because the thick canopy of clouds up there as well as the moon. But the bottom line is earlier, just about 20 minutes ago or so, we were able to see see it in process. You look up, the interesting thing is you look up there and it looks like you're looking at the moon because you see a sliver of the sun, but you have to remind yourself, no, that's the sun with the moon in front of it. So very cool and interesting times here at Madison Elementary School. We've got more kids off to the other side of Kevin here as well. Tons of kids out here enjoying this big event, this exciting solar eclipse event. And so we're going to be, we're not fortunately dodging any raindrops just yet. I think the radar is going to be in our favor, but the clouds definitely have pushed in. And it's also dark because we are just minutes away from as close as we're going to get to the total eclipse. We'll be at about 98%, I believe, obscuration.
Yeah, about 98%. Take a little trip down towards St. Louis, and they'll have 100% or down near Carbondale that gets a total one this time and in 2024.
That's right, and even with the clouds right now, we want everyone wearing those very, very important glasses as we go through the next 10 minutes or so here, and we'll get as close to totality here, I think at 1:14 in a couple seconds there. All right, let's send it back to the studio, guys. Chief Meteorologist Mike Cole reporting live here from Madison Elementary School in Quincy, Illinois.
Fun times. I saw Kevin Shive there with little glasses demonstration, all the kids out there with their glasses.
He's doing what he's supposed to, being a good example for
Look
the kids.
at how it shifted right behind us.
Just in like 30 seconds or so.
And look at it from Union, Missouri. This is west of St. Louis in Franklin County, and you can see there just a partial, almost looks like a sliver, like a crescent moon look there in that live shot.
Really moving fast as we move toward the tri-states here. Our team coverage continues in Hannibal. WGEM's Don Dwyer joins us live from there. Don?
Natalie, good afternoon. And it's been a busy morning of learning here at Eugene Field Elementary here in Hannibal, and it was now cloudy skies are out here and kids are still looking up, and I'm going to set the scene and step out of the shot to show you what's been going on. 4 classes are out here looking up at the sun, and they've taken extra safety precautions in doing so. They've also been observing throughout the day what they saw. About 15 minutes ago, there was lots of sun in the area, and they've been tracking everything that they've been seeing. Also, they've been using their safety glasses, and safety has been a top priority. They've been putting on their glasses, looking down as it's been getting out here to the scene to see what's been going on. And there's even more classes joining us out here, and they're trying to see the complete total eclipse in a few minutes. And they've been talking about it in morning sessions, coming outside, observing it, and it's been an extremely interesting experience. Teachers have told me that they love doing this because you get a real life science lesson out here and outside. So it's been a lot of fun out here, and teachers expect to talk about it for more in the next few days. Live in Hannibal, Don Dwyer, WGEM News.
Yeah, what a real life science lesson for the kids today, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw a similar scene there in Hannibal, kind of like what we're seeing at Madison School. All the kids out there on the playgrounds, the glasses on. Big thanks, by the way, for all of you who are chiming in. We've got Facebook Live right now actually up on both of our laptops, and we see your comments. A lot of people talking about the clouds. Wow, this is Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, they just went dark. As you take a live look there on your screen, that's what folks in Columbia, Missouri are looking at right now. That's a live picture right there. What you just saw was live.
Not far from the tri-states. We were telling you in the last couple of weeks at Columbia, Missouri, Jeff City, peak spots to watch this totality.
Really a lot of people gathering in that area to watch it. And with the forecast today, a lot of people are commenting on our Facebook page. Mary says it's raining in Warsaw. A couple of others talking about it. In Macomb, they're seeing it. But if you take a look at behind us, look at this. Just in the last even 3 minutes or so, it's really seen a change.
Well, because we're getting so close now, we are now 30 seconds from that peak totality here in Quincy. So it's fun to enjoy.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Join in with everyone else. And as you were saying, I want to double check this. Was it 2024, the next time we're going to see?
2024, yes.
But that's the next time we see this in the U.S. if you're in the path from Central Texas to Upper New York. So soak it up.
As excited as we are, imagine how excited meteorologist Mike Cole is out there with the rest of the Storm Track Weather crew. Mike, we're going to send it back to you as we start to really see the peak of this thing.
All right, guys. Yes, very excited. You can hear all the kids out here right now. We've got some of the teachers and some of the kids as well, the students out here. And we'll start off, ma'am, what is your name?
Megan Krause.
Megan, tell us a little bit about why this is such an important event for these kids.
It's every 100 years this happens, so I don't think we'll be around for the next one, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, very excited. How about this young lady? What's your name?
Alexa.
Alexa, what do you think about this big afternoon?
Well, it's really the only time we can actually look at the sun, so it's actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So have you been wearing your cool glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you guys heard all about how important it was to make sure that you wore the glasses when you looked up at the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. But we have a few clouds overhead, too, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great afternoon out here. Have you seen anything at all through your glasses?
Well, we were up in our classroom and we saw a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. So you saw like the moon for about half of the moon in front of the sun?
Mm-hmm.
That's still pretty cool. All right, we're going to talk to some of your other classmates here. Let's talk to this young man. Thank you, Alexa. Young man, what's your name?
Luke.
Luke? What do you think about today?
I think it's amazing, and we're not going to have a chance to see another one.
Right, right. And you look pretty cool with your glasses. Let's see them on. Put those on. Hey, that's pretty neat. So look up. What do you see up there when you look up right now?
Nothing but the camera.
That's bright, isn't it? Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, your classmates excited to be out here today, too?
Yeah, very excited.
Right, right. Well, you got to see a little bit from your classroom up there as well. Were you guys able to look a little earlier on?
Yeah, we saw half the
moon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, make sure you wear your glasses when you look up, and we thank you for talking to us, okay?
You're welcome.
Thanks, Luke. And we got to talk to one more young man here. What's your name?
Nolan.
Nolan, tell us about what you're thinking about this afternoon. Is this exciting or what?
Yeah, but it's kind of dark. We got to see a little bit of the sun, but not very much because it's too cloudy.
Right. The clouds have put a little bit of a damper on it, but still, it's been fun, and you've got to wear your glasses with all your classmates, right?
Yep.
All right. And when you look, don't look up right now because you don't have your glasses on, but when you look up, what are you looking at when you see the sun? What do you think?
It's pretty cool. A lot.
Pretty cool, a lot, yeah. And what about the fact that you get to wear those glasses? When you look through them, does it look sort of dark and murky a little bit?
Yeah. Because I think they're made out of fabric a lot.
Okay. Hey, I think we are getting close to total darkness right now. It's definitely cooled off here, and it's a little darker as well. What time do we have, guys? I'm going to talk to my cohorts over here, meteorologist Chelsea Smith and meteorologist Kevin Shive. 1:16, so we just went by it right there on the interviews with the kids there. So 1:17 now is what I'm being told. Yeah, yeah. The cicadas out now. They think it's dusk. So it's getting pretty loud with those as well. What are you guys thinking right now?
I think this is amazing, and I just wish there wasn't so many clouds so we could actually see it.
No, that's true. But all in all, it definitely does feel a little strange out here right now, a little darker than even if we had storms moving in.
Yeah, just a little bit darker. I've seen it get dark with storms before, but yeah, it is neat. It'd be better if we could see it, but the bugs are definitely confused, so that's cool.
You can. And we're looking at a cool shot right now from Blackwell, Missouri. One question: can one of you guys pull up the current temperature on your observation there on your phone? Let's hear what the temperature is and what it was maybe just 1 hour ago. But that's sort of fascinating because it definitely has cooled off since the eclipse has taken place here, and it's definitely a little bit strange out here. Though we have ourselves. By the way, we do have a distant thunderstorm out in the northwest there. I can see the lightning out in the distance there. So nonetheless, what do we have right now? 79 degrees at the airport. What were we just an hour ago? Okay, we're going to go ahead here after I hear how far the temperature has dipped here real quick. What was it, an hour ago?
I guess 79 has been the max.
Okay, so we're at 79. We got a little wind out here, and it's definitely feeling a little bit on the cooler side.
Nicer.
Yes, it does. All right, we're going to send it back to the anchor desk. Once again, reporting live from Madison Elementary School right here in Quincy. A lot of fun, tons of kids out here and enjoying the big event. Let's send it back to you guys.
We now have, thank you so much for that, Mike. We now have more than 70 comments that are on our Facebook page. Keep the photos coming, keep the comments coming. It's hashtag WGEM Eclipse for Facebook and Twitter. But yeah, a lot of people joining the conversation. One of the big themes that we're hearing from various people is kind of a bit of a frustration with the clouds.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing that we're seeing, though, that Mike just mentioned in the live shot was the animals. Some of them think that it's dark right now. So a lot of comments coming in that their dogs are pacing back and forth. They're hearing the crickets.
Owls coming out. Did I hear that as well?
Yeah, somebody was posting about an owl. So yeah, pretty incredible right now.
Temperature dropped too.
Yeah, as they were speaking. WGEM's David Beidel is live for us as we take another live look there at Blackwell, Missouri. But our team coverage continues with our David Beidel, who's at Clad Adams Park in Quincy at the riverfront. David.
Natalie, just like you said, it's getting a little cooler here as well. Clouds a little frustrating down here at the park, but as you can see behind me, people are watching the NASA webcast, looking at all the areas around the country that are viewing the solar eclipse as well. So if they can't see it right here in the sky, they can at least see it across the country. And then if you look beyond that, on the bridge, you can see the headlights at 1:30 in the afternoon around. So just headlights coming across that you're not really used to seeing on days like today. Was bright and sunny, really gotten dark just in the last half hour or so. But we have a few people that we want to talk to, just kind of getting their perspective over here. Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Good. What's your name?
Julie Lockett.
Julie, tell me what your thoughts on everything down here at the riverfront.
Well, I mean, it's a good turnout, but it's kind of disappointing. But what can you do, right?
Yeah, right. Disappointing with the clouds, I assume?
Yes. We were looking forward to seeing it, but...
Very good. How much for you? Is this your little one, or...?
My nephew.
Oh, very cool. How much fun is it to be out here with family?
It's great.
Awesome.
Yep, it's the best.
Very cool. What's his name?
This is Cooper.
Cooper. Hi, Cooper. How you doing? He's got a cute smile. As far as everything down here with the food and the crafts, enjoying yourself down here?
Yes, we are. It's a very nice day.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy it. And as we were talking earlier with students in the classroom, there are kids out here as well learning. I got a few friends over here. How you doing, buddy? What's your name?
Joel.
Joel, what do you enjoy the most out here today?
I like watching the eclipse.
Yeah? Did you look through your glasses? What did you see?
The moon was coming straight at the sun, and then it totally blocked it, and now the clouds are all blocking it.
Very good. Better than the classroom, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks for your time. Have a good one. And so you have students learning in the classroom, students learning out here at Clyde Adams Park as well. A little disappointing with the clouds, but all in all, a good day as hundreds of people have come down to enjoy this event, with people all coming all the way from Chicago as well. And so people really enjoying the NASA webcast, enjoying the food, the live band, the crafts for the kids. So a lot of things going down here at the park. We'll send it back to Natalie and Jean.
All right, just looking at the crowd, we were trying to estimate. David earlier said hundreds of people, and it certainly looks like that down at Quincy's riverfront.
And those kids really need to soak it up because, they may not get to see something like this in their lifetime ever again.
That's true.
Lots of comments coming in on our Facebook page. Thank you. Continue those. Hashtag WGEM Eclipse. But I want to read a couple of them. Emma Weinrich writes that she's in Macomb. It's cloudy there. We're seeing a lot of comments of people talking about how it's cloudy. Some other folks, let me just scroll down here for a moment, and maybe you might be seeing some others that are interesting on your end.
Absolutely.
too.
Nancy Walton echoing those sentiments, and it was very cloudy in Canton. Rochelle Dabney said the clouds ruined it in the Monroe area, Monroe County, Monroe City area. Kelly Bailey Bielek was the one that was talking about the crickets chirping. I'm not sure where she's at, but she says that the crickets are chirping in her neck of the woods.
John Fredericks chiming in. Thank you for your comment, John, saying a really good view in Camp Point. There's clouds. It's building up, a pretty good. It wasn't, looks like he says it wasn't going to be full because we're far too north, but still a pretty good view. And we're taking a live view there in Blackwell, Missouri. We've come back to that shot. We've watched it kind of develop and change very quickly.
Yeah, it really has. It's just like the background here for us in Studio H at the corner of 5th and Hampshire. Things have really changed quickly. And you would walk outside and be hard-pressed to know that it was 1:23 in the afternoon at this point.
Here's a live look again from Union, Missouri, and it looks like it's kind of a similar story of what we're talking about, that now it would be passing through the area. You could see just a sliver of the eclipse right there.
It's sort of the other end of things. Again, this will last for us until about 2:40 this afternoon. We've passed the peak time of 1:14, so we're on the other side of it now.
I want to go to Don in just a second here, but before we do, I want you to kind of take in, I don't know if you can notice it, but when we went to some of the shots earlier, it was just pitch black out here, and now just even in the last 2 minutes or so, it's gotten light again.
Yeah,
so
again, we're on the downhill.
Maybe that will not spook the animals as much. All right, here's the Quincy Sky Cam as we're taking a live look of that right now. Let's go back to WGM's Don Dwyer.
He's live in Hannibal with some school kids. Don, what are the kids up to now?
Hey, Natalie, it's been an interesting afternoon here at Eugene Field Elementary here in Hannibal, and the kids have done a lot of learning. I've got a student next to me right now. What's your name?
Zyler.
How cool was it seeing the total eclipse?
Really cool.
What have you been learning today?
All about the total eclipse.
How much fun has it been learning it all day in class?
Really fun.
When you looked up, what did you see?
The moon.
And what did you see when you looked at the moon? Was it over the sun? Kind of explain what you were feeling.
The moon was in front of the sun. It was really cool. I liked it today.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When you go home and tell your parents, what are you going to tell them?
I'm going to tell them that I saw the solar eclipse today.
Well, thanks for joining us. Hope you have fun the rest of the school day.
Thank you.
And that was just some of the fun that the kids were able to see. They were able to also document some of the stuff they saw. And temperatures have completely dropped here a lot. Also, it has gotten brighter out here. And at the desk, you guys were mentioning about crickets and stuff. If you're silent out here in Hannibal, you can hear all the insects going crazy. But now the students, some of them are heading back in to get back to regular day lessons. But it's definitely been a day of life learning lessons out here, seeing it all happen, unfold in front of their eyes. So live in Hannibal, Don Dwyer, WGEM News.
Fun stuff for the kids. Thank you so much, Don. Yeah. Appreciate it.
And so much anticipation building up to this moment. There's a lot of lessons and science going along with that.
Yeah, that's right. So CNN, for example, they were reporting that according to NASA, experiencing a total solar eclipse where you live, that happens only once in 375 years. So when we were talking about that the next eclipse in the U.S. is 2024, again, the key thing is where do you live in the U.S.? That would be from Central Texas up to Upper New York, so people might miss it. So that's why it's such an amazing opportunity to kind of share in this with people in the tri-states.
It sure is. We've got a live look at Southern Illinois University on the football field where a large crowd has gathered to take in the eclipse today. You can see a lot of people there in the stadium watching.
And it's a very popular site, and the reason why a lot of people across the country are coming there is because of the duration. That's actually the spot where the duration is longest, where it's more than 2 minutes. So hopefully they're not going to have the clouds, because a lot of people out here have been talking about what an issue that has been in our area.
Carbondale, if they got to see the whole thing and the clouds stay out of the way, they were looking at an event that lasted 2 minutes and 43 seconds, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but in comparison, that was a long time to watch and witness the whole thing. We're going to go back to our comments. A lot of people sharing in now and posting as we start to head the other way and now start to lighten back up.
Look at that! It's wow. That is Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Watch as this is all happening. This is playing out live. This movement here, and you can literally see as the movement is taking place, more light being revealed from the sun. That is quite the shot there. I mean, let's see if we could go. If we can go back to it, now it's just a sliver, as you can see. So the eclipse, it happens very, very fast.
And this is a live look here. This is evolving. We're watching this as you are, as it unfolds, and the moon and the sun pass in front of each other. And that's where you're starting to see the light come from behind. Pretty incredible, isn't it? To watch this live as it happens.
To see this playing out very, very quickly. In fact, here in downtown Quincy, it's basically almost back to, I would say, looking kind of like 4:30.
Yeah, I would say. David mentioned he's live at the riverfront. He mentioned that the cars had their headlights on, and we're still seeing that around here too. Headlights are still on, so it's still that dark out here, but certainly not as dark as it was even 5 minutes ago.
Well, the views and the comments continue to pour in from across the country. People watching us in places like Utah and Alabama, and just all over the place on Facebook Live. So thank you so much for chiming in and all of your comments. We'd love to see your pictures as well. And we want to actually hear from some of these different comments.
Let's go to some of those. Rosalind Kelly is talking about the daylight returning, and she says, daylight return, I saw a partial eclipse. Ryan Rannenbarger saying that, unfortunately, probably because of the clouds, no eclipse in the Monroe City area.
That's definitely been a struggle playing out there. Bridget Eddy says, I'm in... Oh, I'm sorry. She says not over in Oak. So I'm thinking that's Oak, Illinois?
Possibly, yeah. Bridget also saying the sun's gone, but not that dark at this point. So angry face there. So she was wanting to see more. I know a lot of people sharing in that sentiment too. But
how about Mary Costigan, who is saying, my girls are exceptionally clingy, not leaving my sight. There's been a number of people who've chimed in and said, hey, this is a bit unnerving, kind of scary. And I know my son, as he's in kindergarten, getting ready to view all of this live. And he really didn't want to see all this play out because for little
much.
kids, it could be a little unnerving. What's going on?
Absolutely. We were talking about the animals before, the crickets and the cicadas starting to come out. Rebecca Wood chiming in saying that the bats are out.
Right.
Not sure what neck of the woods she's in the tri-states, but kind of crazy to see all these critters.
All right, so Don Dwyer is back with us because he is there in Hannibal. He's at Eugene Field School right now with the principal who's got some comments. Don, what are you hearing from her?
Gene, that's exactly right, and we've been hearing from students. Let's hear from the principal about exactly what's been going on today. Just going to having these kids have a learning lesson outside, how important that is.
Well, I would say we're very fortunate. In the last, handful of years, learning has really evolved. We've been able to include technology, we've been able to include more experiences, but nothing can top the real hands-on experience that Mother Nature gave us today. And I'm sure you saw the footage. You guys took footage of all of our students out and the oohs and the ahs and just the amazement that really can trigger that love of science and continue that love of learning. So we couldn't have asked for a better opportunity for our students and our community as a whole.
You were talking to some of the students, and how engaged were they going to seeing their experiences? I saw some of the kids firsthand, but what was your reaction to it?
Well, I think being able to watch the students and that just the excitement they were feeling was contagious. Actually, I don't know who was more excited, the adults or the students, because we've talked about it, we've looked at it, we've seen video, but until you come out and actually have those glasses on or you use your pinhole viewer or any of those modified programs that they were using, you don't get the real effect of it. And so being able to see the excitement that our students felt was just amazing. And then looking at them working the method, being scientists, making observations, checking the temperature, checking what it looked like, making sketches, and then seeing if their hypothesis was correct. Really just a great opportunity to engage students in learning.
And just going to, what's next. It's been a lot of lessons all day, going to how this will be talked about because it's such a memorable moment.
Right. I think this is just a stepping stone to our learning. While this is such an amazing experience for our students, it's just one stepping stone as we teach science through all grade levels. And so I really hope they take this enthusiasm and move forward with it and find different ways to make that happen in the classroom, which I know we will, and our students will be excited to have that opportunity as well.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, and it's been a fun afternoon here in Hannibal. It's been a great afternoon, and live in Hannibal, Don Dwyer, WGEM News.
Don, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We're getting photos in from all over the area. Again, big thanks. Keep them coming. Hashtag WGEM Eclipse.
Ooh, look at this. This kind of illustrates the cloudiness that a lot of people had. So this one's from Macomb. Thanks to Priscilla Taylor for sending that one in. But you can see the clouds there blocking some of the view.
Wow, look at that right there. Almost looking green with not the full totality there. That's Hannah Huddleston from New London who sent us that picture. And it almost looks like just a large crescent moon, the way that's shaped. It looks green there.
It really does. It looks like a lot of the live shots that we've been taking that CNN and NBC have been providing us. And we encourage you to keep those photos coming. Share what you see across the tri-states.
Again, that's hashtag WGEM Eclipse. We want to go back to the Storm Track weather team, to our meteorologists who are there at Madison School in Quincy. Hey, guys, what are you seeing?
Well, you know what, guys? Right now, the kids are starting to go back into their classrooms, so the event is really winding down here. But I'll tell you what, Chelsea and Kevin, it has been exciting out here, right?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I mean, you definitely noticed the difference from it going from the middle of the day, kind of brightness, it clouded up and then got dark. The crickets chirped for a while, and now they're thinking it's daytime again.
They're going back to bed, right? And let me tell you what, this is the slice of history right here. Have you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed it. We even got to see just a little bit before the clouds really moved in, so hopefully the kids really enjoyed it.
Right. And we didn't have any rain here. While we have had the clouds, fortunately we've stayed dry and so forth. But it's been a really, really neat event, and I'm sure, Ben, if you could turn and look at some of the kids right here, they have had a great time. Kids, you want to tell us, was it a fun time out here? Yeah, we have some disappointed guests here, but anyway, it was great for everybody. And we just want to thank Madison Elementary School for having us out here. At this point, I think we're going to wind it down and send it back to Natalie and Jean, and just hope everyone's had a great time out here today. Let's send it back to the desk.
All right, Mike, thanks so much.
We heard a bit of that disappointment. We're seeing some of that in the Facebook comments. Rawls County, for example, Mary Lynn Jackson writing to us on Facebook, too cloudy in Rawls. But other people, saying, like, for example, Mary Freeling, I believe is who that is, Freeling, saying what I did see was cool. And one of my little 3-year-olds said that this is so cool, one of the daycare kids. So, for kids out there, this has just been a science lesson come to life and something they may not see again in their lifetime, depending on where they live.
Absolutely. As with the weather goes any other day of the year, it all depends on where you're at in the tri-states as to what kind of weather you had. So some people, it looks like on Facebook, saw better views. Others, the clouds kind of gotten in the way. We will continue to follow your comments throughout the day on Facebook. One other one to mention, Eddie Elligood sends along a good message as we start to wrap things up. While the peak time is done and over, that was at about 1:14 this afternoon. This continues in our area until about 2:40. So if you're going to look at the eclipse, please, as far as Eddie is concerned, and he reminds everyone to use those solar glasses, don't look at the eclipse with your bare eyes.
Right. Stay safe. And it's important, just dovetailing off Natalie's comments, sunglasses won't cut it. That's not going to protect you. So you've got to have those special glasses. We've got DIY solar eclipse glasses tips that are online. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. This has really been an amazing moment in our country today that so many people have been talking about leading up to this for weeks on social media.
It's been a lot of buzz surrounding this thing, and it's been a lot of fun, too, despite a couple of clouds here and there. Of course, we will continue our coverage on NBC Nightly News and WGEM News at 5 and 6. We'll have more as well. Also online, the conversation continues on Facebook Live. Please keep the comments, the photos coming in as well. Again, hashtag WGEM Eclipse. That works for both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, as Natalie was mentioning, we're going to have a lot more on all these watch parties and the reaction that we're hearing from across the tri-states when we bring you live coverage tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Hey, there's a happy kid right there. That's in Quincy. It's a live look there at the kiddos as they head back into the classrooms now with their glasses still on. I think all in all, it was pretty successful.
Yes, friends, it has been fun. Thank you so much for joining us for this Facebook Live event. We will wrap it up there, and we'll see you tonight for the 5, 6, and 10 o'clock news. Have a great rest of your day.
This has been a WGEM News Special Report.